My school is Bishop West Boarding Primary. I deserve education. Children with special needs deserve education.
Together we deserve education.
These wheels are the only way little Blessing Namala can navigate around school. If it were not for the fact that Bishop West Boarding Primary School accommodates both able-bodied and children with disability, she would be seated in one place all day, not enjoying the fun of a normal school day like her mates. Opened in 1910, Bishop West Boarding Primary School is the only inclusive school in Mukono municipality. Inclusive means that it is made up of both able-bodied and students and children with disability. Lydia Nakachwa Sekalumba, the headmistress of Bishop West Boarding Primary School, breaks down the population of the students too.
In the special needs department, as we speak now, we have got 97 children. But the majority of them, 44, they are deaf. Then we have got the children who are mentally retarded. They are just mentally retarded. They are 20. Then we have got those children, they have specific learning difficulties. When he's walking around, you can't see that he has a problem. But when you sit with him and you start teaching, you could discover that he has got a specific problem in learning. Those are 4. But out of these, 57 are boys and 40 are girls. When you go in the mainstream, majority of them are boys. So when you look at Bishop West, the majority of the children are boys. The girls are not as many as the boys. The total number of children is 555. So when you deduct 97, the balance remaining, number of them, majority are boys and the girls are fewer.
Bishop James William Sebagala, the Bishop of Mukono Diocese, says the school was opened up by missionaries with the mandate of teaching the masses how to read and write.
The church has started a number of schools. The reason being that missionaries wanted so much people to read the Bible. And the only way to read the Bible was to begin schools where people could be trained in the 3 areas: reading, writing, and also arithmetic. Those are the 3 areas of the missionaries. And so people were being taught mathematics, about reading, and also the writing. And so that has always been the formation of the schools for the church. So the church begins schools in order that the people may be able to read the scriptures. And that's how these schools were started.
A normal day at Bishop West Boarding School starts at 5 a.m. with the primary 5 to 7 students waking up to organize themselves and clean the dormitory before they go to class. The younger pupils wake up at 6 a.m.
It can be there, peace and security at school here. Very good. Teacher. Tell us what the holding is. So we say the holding is. In cattle farming, what's the holding in cattle farming? Yes. Yes. This is the removal of horns. She assists the word remove. Remove horns. Apart from removing, which other one can you use? Which other one can you use? Yes, Yama.
Prevent.
Prevent. Can you complete the whole sentence? Prevent. Preventing horns from cattle. Yes, there's something lacking. Preventing horns from
school.
So let's review. So we say prevent horns from blowing. Okay. If you prevent horns from blowing in it, so we say prevent.
After studying for an hour, both the older and younger students have morning tea. They finish this and quickly clean the school in time for their 8 a.m. lessons. They then break off for porridge at 10 a.m. Lessons end at 4:30 p.m. and the students go out to play for 30 minutes. They then freshen up and have their supper. After supper, everyone attends 2 hours of night study. The older students watch news at 10 p.m. and join the whole school to sleep at 9:30 p.m.
Majorly, the funding source is coming from the parents. Like I've told you, that money the parents are paying is the money we are using to buy what we need academically, to buy what we need administratively, to cater for the feeding, to maintain and to renovate, to innovate all the facilities that we have. Majorly, it is the parents. Then another source where we are getting funds is we have got some donors, but they are not giving us cash, but they come in. Like when you look at that dormitory down, it was repaired by our friends from the Netherlands, the Bas and Rorans. They came in because that dormitory was leaking. Whenever it rained, the boys who were sleeping there could wake up. Then the roof was so short that during the hot season, it was very hot. So they came in and repaired that dormitory. And then we had some time back when this special needs department was introduced, we had a friend, may his soul rest in peace, Mr. Senoga. He was once a headmaster here. That is his photo there. He was once a headmaster here. So the Rotary Club of Mukono came in and donated computers to this school. That's why we teach computer skills here. These deaf children and the mainstream, they have computer lessons here. And then there is also some friends from Dutch, not the same as the other one is Bassa Lawrence. There is some friends from the Dutch. They came in some time back and gave us tailoring machines. But those tailoring machines are very, very old. They can no longer function now. The same goes with the computers. They have, their data is now very old. Even when you service them, they don't function well. But so far, I could say the school has been helped so much by some outside sources. The church has also come in. When the church decided that this school should become a boarding school, the church came in and renovated most of the areas which were terrible. They renovated the bathrooms, they renovated the dormitories, they painted the classes, the toilets were renovated very well. So that was done by the Church of Uganda, Mukono Diocese. NSSF, they also came in after moving around. They came and inspected the school, and they discovered that some of the deaf children, 2015, were sleeping badly. The beds were so old, very terrible. So they came in and gave this school 20 beds and 20 mattresses as a way back of giving back to the community. NSSF gave us those beds. So there are other people who have come in, like as we speak now, there is Upendo. Since Upendo came in, they have done so much for this school, and the lives of our children have changed. They have had sodas, which we don't give out here. They have come and given them milk, which we don't give here because I've told you our funding. They have given some of our children clothes. So Upendo is doing a lot to this school, especially the deaf children. They are very happy. There are times when they feel that it is Christmas for them because they keep on surprising us. They come on a Sunday, you are there, you are going to give our posho and beans. Then they come in and give milk. They come in and give. So, Upendo, thank you so much.
Just like any other organization, Bishop West has faced many challenges, among which are:
one of the major challenges we have in handling these children is about water. Because they cannot hear, there are things that they enjoy. Like when he goes to the tap, he can take time when he has switched off, because as the water runs through his hands, he enjoys the feeling. And he can't see, but he cannot hear the sound, but he enjoys that feeling of touching the water. Meanwhile, the meter is counting. So you discover that within 1 month, they bring a bill of national water of 1 million and above, just 1 month. But we have tried as much as we can to find a way of how we can harvest water. Because when you look at our buildings, if we can harvest water, we can even stop using national water, or we can be using very little, paying around 200 per month. That is one challenge. Then another challenge, since these children are deaf, the challenge we have, the second challenge is about umeme, electricity. When there is no electricity, it is very, very difficult to manage these children in the dark. For them, they can feel and they can easily communicate among themselves. But since they cannot hear and it becomes very dark, they say that when there is no electricity, they feel that they are in you've put them in a deep ditch. There is a way they feel that it is so dark when they cannot see. When they cannot, I don't know how I can explain, because they say that when there is no light, they have a feeling that they are in a darker place whereby they can easily suffocate. So we are trying to find a way of how we can get solar around the school so that when there is no electricity, at least we switch on to solar. And that will also help us to decrease the cost of your car. Because as we speak now, we are using 20,000 per day. You put it there in the morning, the next morning, in the morning, you put another 20. So we are spending 20,000 per day trying to find a way of making these children comfortable so that they are never in the dark. Then the third challenge, third challenge we have is about the playing material. Because of the communication gap, since they cannot hear, they prefer playing with objects that they can see. He can go and play freely if he has a material to play with. They are very good in football. They are very good in instruments. They are very social if the playing materials are enough. But then if they are not enough, he can take the ball and own it. If he goes on a swing, like we have got one swing there, if a deaf child goes to that swing, he doesn't want to leave it. So we have a problem. If we could have as many playing materials as we could, if we could have very many balls, around 50 balls, if the swings could be more than 5, the doors, the girls love doors very much, but they are not there. So that is also a problem. The only thing we have in the school as per now is a TV, whereby for them, when you put there the TV, there is a teacher to sign for them, they enjoy it so much. But it becomes crowded because even those from the mainstream, they enjoy it.
William Kizito is a primary 1 student suffering from cerebral palsy. His parents brought him to the school early this year when he could not even walk, but now he walks and attends classes happily. His dream is to become a pilot.
Movement around the school. You have got those children like you had Mugaru talking about Kizito. Kizito is shaky, that he cannot climb steps. We have got those with wheelchairs. We have got those as they walk. They have a problem that as he's walking, he can fall and get up. He falls and gets up. But the school doesn't have ramps. The ramps which can help them move around the school. So he cannot climb those steps to come to me. If he's to come to me, has to go around and move because there is only one ramp here. They cannot go to the deputy's office. They don't go to the DOS's office because the steps, they cannot climb the steps.
Other challenges faced by the school include:
First challenge that we are going to face is that everyone is looking at us. How are we going to perform after we have withdrawn the support of the government? How are we going to stand? But we believe that we shall have it. The challenges are there. We have to look for people who are going actually to lift. And since you and me are there, I don't believe that we shall fail to make it.
The school has tried, like in term 1 when it began this term, we installed the solar system in the latrines and the girls' bathroom. As we speak now, there is a solar in the latrines, in the latrines and in the girls' bathroom. Another thing we have done as a school, we have made a ramp. When you go down to that dormitory of the boys, down in dormitory, we have put a ramp that a boy who uses a wheelchair can move from this upper section and go direct to the dormitory because I made a ramp to the other dormitory. And another thing that we are doing about the challenge of feeding, we are growing vegetables. We also planted a banana shamba. Behind there you will see it. There is a banana shamba. It is the rain which delayed us. But if it was not the rain, if the rain had come early, you could have found, we have planted dodo. There is a type of dodo that we bought the seeds. When it germinates, we can spend the whole term harvesting, mixing in the beans, harvesting, adding in groundnuts, harvesting, putting in mukono. And then another thing that we did, like in term 1 and term 2, there is a small plot of land up here. We planted maize. So when we came back, we got about 300 kilograms, and we used that one for porridge. At least it lasted for 4 months, porridge, which we had from the maize that we had grown in the school.
I would like to extend our sincere thanks and gratitude to the parents who have actually trusted us with their children. We started this year, and when we opened up saying that we now want a boarding school, we simply said that if you could get only 200 children, we would actually move on. But we are surprised that we have been having over 300 children in our school. So I want to thank those parents who have trusted the church, and I think the church is trustworthy, who have brought their children, special needs children, and those who have brought in their children from P1 to P7. I want to assure you that we are going to do our best. We want to thank you and want to assure you that the special needs program is going to continue, and we are even trying our level best to see that these special needs children are supported in a special way. So we assure you that the program continues and the school is going to run normally. Just bring in more and more children. You will see for yourselves what will come out of that school.